Question: is the crypto bull market coming? Are we going to finally see the end of this decline the crypto market has been in since last year? We're going to do a deep dive into the two big dogs of the crypto space, Bitcoin and Ethereum. When the next bull run will be is, of course, hot topic at the moment, with the world generally obsessed with the crypto space, hoping to make their fortunes. The last 7 to 8 months would have been a reality check for many. What goes up must come down, and these things. What goes up must come down, and these swings in price are magnified with cryptocurrencies compared to, say, the stock market, and this is where a robust strategy is required. Bitcoin has dropped over 70% since last year, whilst the S&P has dropped only 22% in comparison. This means how you manage your portfolio must be adapted to each market, from choosing your assets to entry points to risk management to exiting. Often a well thought out strategy to extract profit comes second to the hope of being rich. And that mindset is why so many crypto holders end up getting egg on their face. It does not have to be like that. As investors, we need to always have an objective, non-emotional approach to not just the crypto space, but all asset classes. And that's a really good point there, guys. You must diversify. Don't get obsessed with one asset or one asset class. And the best way to do this is to always start with the technicals, a flashy word for looking at charts to make your investment decisions, which we're going to do in today's recording. If this video helps you to up your investment game, do like, subscribe and hit the bell notification. And don't be greedy, guys. Share it with those who need to watch this. We have helped hundreds of private investors over the past 10 plus years learn to profit from trends in the market through our simple to learn methodology. I also write for a number of publications, including benzinga.com, and I'm regularly invited to guest speak on how everyday people can skyrocket their stock's performance with a particular focus on the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, so let's switch over to the charts and do a deep dive into Bitcoin and Ethereum and what the future holds for the cryptocurrency market. Okay, so this is a typical 3-screen setup of mine. You will be familiar with this if you are a regular to our channel. If you're new, I'll just do a quick breakdown. In the top left, we have the monthly time frame. In the top right, we have the weekly time frame. And down here across the bottom, we have the daily time frame. Here at Sublime Trading, we like to look at the higher time frames because that's where we can, A, get a very clear picture of what the market is doing, what price action is doing. B, it tells us very clearly the history of the asset. So if it's performed well in the past, it's very likely to perform well in the future. And C, most importantly, it's where we do far less work for far more profit. This is really where trend following, looking at the higher time frame, trumps day trading. Day trading is where there's a lot of work for very little profit. So let's start with the monthly time frame. We start with the monthly, go to the weekly, come down to the daily time frame. So on the monthly time frame, if we look at Bitcoin, and let's go back into the history of Bitcoin, we can see it was around this area here in 2017, April of 2017, when we had this initial run, this bull run, which created the all-time high back then in December of 2017 at $20,000. Price from that point then went into this decline and remained inside this area of consolidation up until December 2020, when price eventually broke and closed above that high of December 2017, and went on this run. It then went through another period of correction, consolidation, which included a new all-time high in November of 2021, and it's since then that price has been in this free fall and has dropped around 70% based on where current price is. Now let's look at current price in a little bit more detail. If you look at the month of June, price had actually fallen a little bit further, but the bulls have come in and pushed price up. So there's been a recovery so far of around 20%. And what's significant is that this recovery, this bull momentum that's coming in, has taken price back above this level of, which was resistance, which is now support, and that is that high of 2017, which is also coupled with that $20,000 round number. Now what's interesting is that price is actually trading below the low of last year. So we've got this red marker here, which is the low of the previous calendar year, 2021. So this is the lowest point of 2021. This is the highest point of 2021. When an asset is trading below the low of the previous calendar year, it can be considered to have a bearish bias, and that's when we can potentially see further weakness and even look to short the market. However, there's still an element of timing involved when looking to short the market. With Bitcoin, price is basically stuck between an area of support and an area of resistance. The bulls are coming in and pushing price back up. That $20,000 round number so far is holding strong as support. We'd like to see a close above this level by the end of the month, and ideally we want to see the bulls push price back above the low of last year, confirm this as support, and then we'd like to see price work its way back up towards its current all-time high. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of June plays out. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, in a previous video, I mentioned how this black line, which is the 200 simple moving average, which gives the average of price over the previous 200 weeks, has a history of acting as an area of support. So we saw that in 2018, where price bounced off it, went on this run. Then there was a correction back to the 200 simple moving average in 2020, and that's when we had this huge bull run, which ended in a high in April 2021. There was a correction which came to the 50 simple moving average, which is this orange line, which gives the average of price over the previous 50 weeks. Also a key level of support. Price bounced off it, printed its current all-time high in November 2021, and has since been in this decline. Now notice where price is right now. It's back to around the 200 simple moving average. It has pierced it for now, but it's holding above that $20,000 round number. So if I just get my marker, get the horizontal ray, I'll just mark the high. And you can see, based on this line, which is the December 2017 high, now acting as support. So long as this area can hold strong as support, this support zone, we're likely to see price work its way back to the upside. History suggests that the 200 simple moving average, the area around it, has a history of holding strong as a support level and pushing price back up. So this is why we may potentially see the end of this decline the crypto space has been in. We could see price find support and it could work its way up. Now, when that happens is of course down to the forces of the market. Price could remain around this level, form a base, move into a sideways market, bounce around this area for the coming days, weeks, months before seeing a move to the upside. We of course could see further weakness. There are no guarantees at this point. We're playing on probabilities as investors, which is what we do, but also looking at the history, we can see that this area does have a strong potential of pushing price back to the upside. We of course need to see price confirm that, and the way we see price confirm that is by actually seeing price start working its way back to the upside. If we come down to the daily time frame, now the daily time frame has a very strong bearish bias to it. We can see that current price action is below the 200, the 50 and the 20 simple moving averages. It is holding at that $20,000 round number. So across the board, we lack alignment. Alignment is when all three time frames are painting a very clear picture of either a bullish bias or a bearish bias. On the monthly time frame, price is finding support, so there is an element of momentum that could be given to the bulls. However, it's trading below the low of last year. If monthly time frame works its way back above the low of last year, then we could see further strength. If the 200 moving average and the $20,000 round number holds strong on the weekly time frame, we could see momentum push the bulls back to the upside. And on the daily time frame, if the $20,000 round number holds strong and price works its way back above the 200 moving average, then we could see a recovery in the market. So for now, yes, we are at a level that could end this decline, but in terms of a recovery, we want to see price above these markers. Let's switch over to Ethereum, and we'll see that Ethereum is painting a very similar picture. So we'll start with the monthly time frame. Now, in comparison to Bitcoin, if we go back to Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin is actually trading below the low of last year. However, Ethereum is still trading above the low of last year. However, it's finding support at that $1,000 round number. We can see there's a wick here. The bulls are coming in, pushing price up. It is also trading below its this high, the previous all-time high from January 2018. We want to see price, the bulls come in and push price back up above this level, confirm it as support, and that'll be a strong sign that we could see momentum to the upside. If we go to the weekly time frame, now the weekly time frame is painting a very similar picture to Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin again, just as a reminder, it's trading around the 200 moving average and the $20,000 round number. If we go to Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is trading around the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame and is finding support at that $1,000 round number. So this area holds stronger support. Again, we could see momentum back with the bulls, and we could see price working its way back to the upside. The daily is very similar to Bitcoin. Once again, if we just have a quick look at Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin, switch back to Ethereum, very similar picture. Price trading below all three moving averages. There is a bit of a recovery coming in. Price is above that $1,000 round number. What do we want to see in price? We want to see price work its way above the 20 simple moving average, the 50 and the 200 simple moving average. Once price is back above this particular moving average, then we are likely to see strength to the upside. So for now, where are we with the cryptocurrency space? Well, for now, here at Sublime Trading, we'll just simply be standing aside. We do have some money in Ethereum. We don't have any positions in Bitcoin. In terms of Bitcoin, we tend to use it as an indicator, the same as how we use the S&P 500 for the US market, the dollar index for the Forex market, the FTSE 100 for the UK market. Bitcoin for us is simply an indicator of market conditions. Once we start seeing a recovery, then we may start adding certain coins into our portfolio. We like to follow IDOs. It's more of a sort of a venture capital approach where you sort of get in at that seed round of investing and where you can see phenomenal returns, but it's a very different approach, different sort of risk management, different entry points, different way of managing that portfolio. But ultimately, looking at how Bitcoin and Ethereum are currently set up, we are simply standing aside, looking for a recovery, as per this video analysis, looking for those levels to be broken, price to be moving above certain resistance levels, confirming them as support. And once that has been confirmed, we will then start managing our portfolio. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Where do you go from here? Go down into the description below, click on the link. The link will open up into this scorecard. Are you ready to skyrocket your stock performance? Take the scorecard by clicking on this link. This will take you less than 2 minutes to complete. At the end of the scorecard, you get a report on your current stock performance and also 30 days free access to our Hot Stocks Vault, where we share with you the top 10 stocks of the week. In addition to that, a whole load of other goodies, including the analysis page that I've just used to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. See you in the next recording.